Yo, 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 what is the deal, y'all? Welcome back to another beautiful episode on the May Revenue on Air podcast. And we are here with a special guest, very special guest. She was here once before, but she was here with Mello, and that was kind of like a more fun and energetic episode, and we had a lot of fun that day. But Kallee, welcome back. Just want to get into it, man. How have you been so far?
I've been good, thank you. How have you been?
I've been great.
It's good to hear.
I've been really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. Definitely been a while. I'm obviously also back in the gym as well. So how has everything been, man? Because I'm pretty sure the world was missing you for a bit.
Yeah, everything's been good. I've been keeping things on the low for right now, though.
Oh yeah.
I've just been doing like underground stuff that nobody really knows about, or how people are just wondering where I'm at or if I'm even boxing and whatnot. But
interesting. Yeah. So what type of underground FBI stuff you got going?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm still training. Yeah. I'm still doing everything that I need to do and get done. I just been away from the gym for right now.
Okay.
But other than that, I still been working hard. I'm still doing the stuff I need to do and just focusing on myself and all that stuff. I've been staying away from social media for a little bit. I'm sure all of you can tell and have been is she still here or whatever, but I'm here.
Right, I remember when your page disappeared for a while. I'm like, hell no, she didn't block me.
No, actually, I didn't even say anything. I didn't post a story or anything, but a lot of people thought did he block me or whatever. But no, I just deactivated my account for a little bit.
I figured you wouldn't do nothing crazy like that.
No.
Just kidding. But so tell us a little bit about it, man. You've been training in secret. You just been low key with it. Why?
Well, I feel like it's been it has gone a little bit hectic. There's been so much going on, and I kind of just wanted to I feel like enough has been shown for right now, and I kind of wanted to step away for a little bit to kind of build something and then pop out of nowhere, kind of just keeping people wondering, if she, what are you doing or whatever, is she still working hard, all these different things, honestly, just have everybody thinking,
gotcha.
And really just building myself behind the scenes.
Okay, well, this is gonna definitely be a pop out right here. Well, there you have it. Welcome back, Kallee Robles, right? So just doing the things that you're doing now, privately, what's getting better for you, and how is this helping you out with everything that you already have achieved?
Well, one, I'm staying away from a lot of hateful people. Cause that even though the haters don't really bring me down, it's still in a way it's just,
you're human.
Yeah, you're human, and it's just kind of I don't know. I feel like it's too much dealing with two things at the same time. Dealing with dealing with trying to become the best person you can be, and with all these voices over here. So what I'm trying to do is just I said just kind of silence the noise for right now and build myself, and then come back.
Is that noise coming from fans or just people in your circle? Or just people around you?
Certain people in my circle, people around me. Social media, obviously haters are going to hate. That's not really. That doesn't really.
Why would they hate on you though?
Well, so many people just see me as this social media girl, and I guess a true boxer, but that's where I say
So the same thing they did with Rolly, kind of. I mean, not Rolly, Ryan.
Yeah, but that's where I'm saying people don't really know me, and that's what I mean by building behind the scenes. Nobody really knows what goes on behind.
Got you. And it makes a lot of sense to do that because you're still young. You're giving it your all, man. It takes a lot of guts to do what you do. So for anybody to have anything negative to say about you, no matter how you are on social media, at the end of the day, you might be a boxer, but you're still a young lady. You're still a human. You still have the right to be who you want to be yourself.
people don't really understand that there's a life outside of this social media stuff,
Right,
you know?
which is crazy, right?
Yeah.
They think like you just sleep, box, you go home, box, you in the
Right.
gym, box, you go to school, box. Like,
Yeah.
so that's interesting, you know. And I'm glad you're doing that, you know, because it takes a real mature person to really like isolate themselves in the way that you're doing, you know. So tell us a little bit about how more about how that's going for you. So like, who are you training with? Where are you training?
Where am I training? I might not give a little too much info about
Okay.
that, but
Okay.
I do have my dad with me like at all times. So I've been training with him.
Okay.
We do train like we haven't been training at a gym, but we'll train like at certain like places, whether it's at home, park, like just a whole bunch of different other stuff that we're
And
kinda,
you're
like,
really low key because we don't see any of that.
yeah, I haven't been posting anything. Like
Yeah.
I'm still working out. I'm still going to the gym. I'm still doing all these different kinds of things, and really just have my dad with me right now.
That's
mainly.
good. That's good. Your dad is a true hero, you know.
Yeah.
Just doing what you're doing with him. Is it how is it better on your mental state and just like being alone and not, you know, going to the gym and just interacting with everybody?
Well, one, it allows me to focus more, and two, like I guess it has made me realize a lot, like really seeing who's with me, who are the people that I should keep in my circle, and who are the ones that I shouldn't. And kind of just, I guess, like helping me like regroup and getting my mind together.
Right. So do you still have the same circle, or are you adding people to your circle, or how is that changing?
I've honestly been pretty like distant from a lot of people, like everybody, to be honest. Not even like, it's not literally nothing, like no beef or nothing. It's just genuinely me, like kind of. I feel like energy is very like, it's not something that should just be wasted, and like
Right.
you know, anybody can just like consume it. And
100%.
that's where like I'm trying to be careful with who I let
you.
who I let consume my energy. Sorry.
Got you.
So yeah.
No, 100%. And just tell us a little bit about where did this start, because you were there, you were here with us, you know, and like it's everything seemed well. So where did this start? Like, where did this hate come from the people, and when did you realize like, damn, I gotta get away?
Well, like the hate, it's been going on for a really long time, honestly.
Really?
Years. Like it's
Wow.
this has been like going on since like since I can remember, but definitely started to get worse once I started to grow on social media and certain people not liking that. Like I guess I shined, like I outshined a lot of people in a short amount of time,
Yeah,
without
of
even
course.
having like this crazy record of fights or any of that, you
Right.
know. So these people, like once I started to get into the social media stuff, like they started to, I guess, attack more.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
of course.
oh, you're not a boxer, or just a whole bunch of like just all these different types of things, like, oh, like you're taking the shine away from the actual people that box or whatever. But it's like
Like, what do they know about you?
Yeah, but I'm saying, like,
how do you know? Like, how do they know you're not a real boxer? How
Yeah.
do they know you're not co-signed by some of the biggest boxers out there?
right.
You get me?
I do believe though that a lot of people, like, I feel like you're born with a star. Like sometimes no matter what you do, you can be this like great boxer or like whatever, have this crazy like record or whatever. But if you're just not meant to like shine out in the like public, you're just not
You're
going
just
to do it.
not
You know?
going to 100%. So the fact that you've done that, man, and you achieved something so good in the matter of the time that you did it, it's amazing. And the fact that people hate that, it just shows like how sick this world really is. You know, like instead of uplifting each other and like knowing that you're young, you're a woman in the sport, you know, like you would think like people would just support that even more. You know, we all get on social media and we put ourselves out there. Some people for attention, some people because we really love what we do on a daily basis, you know. And the fact that you're taking, my bad, do you want to adjust the
No,
chair
it's
a little
okay.
bit?
I got it.
You
Sorry.
sure?
I'm
You can lower it or higher it if you want.
Actually, I'm lower because I'm
Okay.
a little short.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, can I lower?
Yeah. It should be on the right hand side.
I don't think
On the right hand, right here.
Hold
You see
on.
it? Yeah. No,
This one?
Yeah. Huh?
it's not going down.
Oh, is that it?
I don't
oh,
think so.
Oh, you must be really short. Oh, sorry about that.
It's okay.
All right, cool. Yeah. So just being who you are, man, and the influence you should have behind you. It's a pity that people would take that and turn it into something negative. Because when I saw you in the gym, I'm like, damn, like she ready for this shit, and excuse my language.
No, it's okay.
And when I saw you just training in the way that you kept going and like the discipline that your dad had with you, I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna turn her into a superstar, So the fact that people just, fuck was that?
That sounded like a dog.
It sounded like a cat. I'm sorry. What the hell was that? I'm sorry. So like the influence that you already have, under your belt and everything like that, it's just like, wow, like you would think like you would get on social media and people would be like, damn, like we just love you, girl, like keep doing your thing, like the guys obviously probably I don't know if it's where's the hate coming from, the girls or the guys?
If I'm be honest, it's just the girls.
Just the girls. Of
like,
course.
Obviously there's some men that would be like, oh, like girl shouldn't box, or like all these different types of things, that's everybody, but
yeah, that's just annoying, guys. Trust me, I'll be like that.
But
I used to be like that.
Yeah, it's mainly just like, or it could even be like grown adults, like,
yeah, that's the crazy part about it.
Like grown right. Men.
And when I say I used to be like that, because I do music, so I used to be like, oh, females should not be rapping.
Yeah,
that was me. But it comes with maturity, and it comes with realizing, like, dude, like you said, energy, changing yourself. A lot of these people, they don't love themselves. They look in the mirror every day and they wish they had what you had. Some people wish they had what you had, wish they had what I had, wish they had what other people had. So they get on the media and they decide like, oh, let me go get some attention today. You get what I'm saying? Because they're so lonely, so mad at themselves. A lot of them, they go home and just realize like, damn, I have nothing going on with my life. I am a nobody. So, like, if we keep it real, like, this is how a lot of these people think. And I say this, why? Because I know a lot of successful people that all they do is uplift other people. You get me? All they want to do is see you win.
Yeah.
You feel me? So if you don't have that type of mentality, it's because you're a loser. Those people that's hating on you are just pure losers. You feel me? And at the end of the day, though, it's going to help you. It's going to better you. I'm glad that you're back. I'm glad you took that break. Yeah. I'm glad, I'm glad you did, because at the end of the day, like I said, you're human. You're still growing. You still have you still have a long way to go, So what's success without hate? What are you doing? Because you're doing something right. You get me?
Right.
If nobody was hating on you, nobody was talking about you, you'd be a nobody.
I wouldn't pay attention to a bum.
You get
like,
me?
I would I wouldn't hate on a bum. Like, realistically, like I wouldn't. Hi, Egypt.
Oh, there he is, Egypt.
Yeah, no, like I feel like it would be kind of dumb for me to like pay attention to a bum, or like be like, oh, like what are they doing, this and this and that, like, because why am I trying to to
even give them that attention?
Yeah, but like now if it's even as a successful person, like if someone's successful, I'm not gonna hate. Like I'm gonna be like, damn, like what did they do to get there?
100%. Like, that's what you would think. That should be the natural reaction for people that's on your page, right? That's following you. Like, why are you following me if you're just gonna be negative? So that's crazy. But like I said, I'm glad you did take the break that you did, and I'm glad you're back now. So just being back, coming back to the public and everything like that, how was that for you?
I feel like a lot of people, well, honestly, it was nothing crazy. Like, just a lot of people were just like, oh, you're back. Like, oh, like, where have you been? Or what has been going on? Like, are you still boxing? Just a lot of these different kinds of, like, questions.
Imagine it's the same haters.
Yeah, it could be, but.
Oh, I'm glad you're back. I'm glad to see you back, and I hope it gets better for you on your social media. It should, So just being back right now, I know you're training undercover. I know you're training with your dad, and I know you're training low key. What's the next step for you now?
Next step, well, honestly, I don't really know when I'll be back. Like,
oh, officially?
Officially.
Like in the ring and sparring and everything like that?
Okay. I don't know when. Like, I mean. Well, who knows? Who knows if I've been sparring? I don't know, but
are you right? Like, have you been sparring? I've been. Sorry. Who knows? We about to know.
Yeah. Sorry,
No,
but
you good.
I mean, I have, and I also been, my dad has always been like my sparring partner as well. Like
Oh,
ever since
okay.
forever, like he'll literally smack me or whatever. Like like we go at it. Obviously,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, like even just working with him or whatever, like it helps me a lot. Like, cause he's technically taught me everything that I know now, along with the help of course, like other coaches and whatever. But
Yeah.
well, it's not whatever, but and whatnot.
Right.
But my father has been there to like just push me through a lot and teach me a lot.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And then when you took that break, who decision was that? Was that yours or your
That was my
coach?
decision.
That was
Like
your decision.
I feel like it was also mutual with my father. I was like,
Okay.
we were just, and I just want really like quick disclaimer, like
Yeah.
to all the haters that think it's because of them that I just took a step back. Like I promise you, it's not that you got to me. It has a lot to do like with.
Come hate on
yeah,
me.
you know.
I'm the one. Come hate on me. I wish I would.
Oh, sorry, but
See, she's nice.
yeah.
I'm really gonna see about it.
But it's been like, it's honestly, I think it was just the smartest thing to do. It's like, it's honestly is just helping me build a lot more, like just like silencing the noise. Like
Got you.
it doesn't pull me back, does
Got
none
you.
of that. It just helps me build.
Like outside the gym, when you did take that break, what was you doing like mentally for yourself? Because I know you probably was like, damn, am I really doing this right now? Like,
Like,
is this really
taking a step
happening?
back?
Yeah. And like just like when you're not in it, because you took a break off social media, did you get right back to it? Like you're like, oh, I'm about to train even harder, or like did you like really take a break? Like did you sit at home? Did you
For a little bit, I did. I did just like kind of like try to like sometimes you really do need a break. A lot of people like they think it's a bad thing or whatever, but honestly, like there are times where like that break, like it helps you like not only get stronger, but it helps you just get like be like hungrier. It helps you want. I mean, it helps you want something more. Like, there are times where you can feel like, oh, like we needed that little spark. The spark's not there, but
Yeah.
That little break can just like double it up for you.
Yeah.
And
That's
at
what it did
first-
for you.
Yeah, at first like I just kind of like took a step back, was just thinking about everything. And then it just like kind of clicked in my mind. And I'm like, no, like I gotta keep going. And
So what you mean? Like you was like thinking about not coming back?
no. It's not that I was thinking about not coming back, but I just felt like I needed to get my stuff together like ASAP. Like I
Okay.
didn't want to keep on like longing it out or just sitting there doing absolutely nothing.
Okay.
So
Got you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, cool. So just glad, like I said, glad you're back and everything like that. So what's the plans for you, like future wise? So you're back now. You're still training, like behind the scenes and everything like that. So what do you have? What do they have planned for you for the future, fight wise, or just coming back to the public the way you're back now, but
well, once I'm back, I plan to not only I obviously don't plan to turn pro like automatically right now, but I do plan on like getting my amateur record up, and not necessarily here in Vegas, but outside of Vegas. The reason for that is because one, here in Vegas, it's very small. And there are not a lot of fights here, and also like I feel like it's also very unorganized. So I would like to fight like outside, like honestly like travel around the world and get like my amateur record, my experience, and then from there turn pro and do everything I said I ever was gonna do.
Okay, cool. So just well, we know that you're with TMT. Or is that yeah? Okay,
That's
cool.
still going on.
All right, cool. That's good. That's really good. So just being who you are, man, as a woman in the sport of boxing, what real advice can you give right now at this point, just knowing what you just went through as a female boxer, and just like being a woman in general, and just overall just dealing with those emotions that you just had to go through with the haters and everything like that?
Like to the girls or
Yeah,
just everybody?
especially to the girls. Why? Because you're a girl, and like you would think like you wouldn't get that type of negative reaction just being a woman in the sport, and just knowing that it came from mostly girls.
Right. Honestly, my advice is to I know it can be very, like, honestly, I do believe that women and men are very different. Like, I feel like men, like, they like a lot of, like, challenge. They like to be dominant and all these different kinds of things, you know? But as a female, we have a lot more emotions. And, like, my biggest advice is to not let those emotions get to you so much, and, like, not talk down on yourself, like, just like, oh, like, you know, there can be times where you do get emotional and stuff, but I feel like, you know, all those emotions, sometimes it can just be fake as a female. And my biggest advice is to just keep on doing what you're doing, and, like, if you need a break, take the break. I really do recommend taking a break, and silence out the noise, like, any negative people that are in your circle, anyone that is just like that is just keeping you off track. And sometimes it can be hard to take those people out your life, but later on, like, you'll realize how much it really did benefit you.
Okay. Was it any time that it really broke you down?
I feel like realistically, there have been times where, like, it has gone, like, not the hate, but there's been so much pressure, like, outside, like, not only, like, do I have so many, like, I have more eyes to worry about than, like, you know, like, so many people my age, like, they don't really have to worry about the public as much, but for the life that I'm trying to go for, I do, because that's what I want to do, and that's what I do on social media, and we're not. So, like, the pressure and stuff, like, it has gotten to me. And even, like, in fights or whatever, I feel like the pressure, like, you know, like, for example, the last fight I just had, it was in October. That fight was, like, for the people that did watch it, like, that fight really wasn't me. Like, before I started to get the amount of followers that I got, which was about 2 years ago, that was when that was the last time I fought, probably, like, 2 years ago again. And I had just came back from that. It's not that I haven't been wanting to fight, but it's been hard to find fights in Vegas, and I haven't been able to travel.
Got you. So the last fight you had before that, you didn't fight until 2 years. I mean, like, 2 years prior to the last fight that you just had.
Yeah. So this last one. So it, like, there was a big, like, gap, because I was trying to get fights during those 2 years, but I couldn't. Like I said, I couldn't travel, and the last fight I had 2 years ago wasn't in Vegas. It was I think it was in Mexico.
Okay.
But it's been
that was amateurs, obviously.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, it's been hard to get my fights here in Vegas. So it's, like I said, it's not because, like, I haven't been wanting to, but it really has been hard, and, like, not being able to travel.
Yeah.
So you know, that fight, like, when there's a, like, before, like when those 2 years ago, I didn't have the amount, like, I wasn't really public. So I had less to worry about. But, like,
so the attention, you didn't have that type of attention on you.
So the feeling, like, the difference between then and now, the feeling was so much different. Like, not only was I live, I've never been live, like, with the amount of, you know, viewers. Not only, like, you know, have I grown a lot since then, and, you know, like, that big gap, like, since I had last fought, it really did, like, it got my mind wasn't all there. Like, I honestly, I wasn't even there for that fight. And
this was in October, you said?
Yeah, I wasn't all there.
Okay. That was out here?
Yeah. I mean, no, it was in Santa Maria, Cali.
Santa Maria. Yeah. Oh, Cali.
But,
okay.
yeah, I wasn't even all there, and the pressure, like, it got to me. Like, that was the first time I felt that.
So what did that feel like? Like, the pressure and everything? Was it from the crowd, in the crowd? Was it, you know, when you were fighting, was it social media?
It was from the crowd and social media, because, like I said, I was live during that fight. So in my brain, I was like, oh my god, I'm live. Oh my god, like, this is the first time fighting after, like this is the first time fighting, like, while people are actually knowing me out there in Cali, from all the way from Vegas, like, and, you know, like, I'm like, wait, like, I had, like, I don't know, like, I didn't know the feeling of that up until then. So, like, it got into my head too much, and I just ended up completely, like, my plan was just, like, out the window. Like, it literally just felt like I was just, like, I was obviously fighting, but, like, my brain was frozen. Like, I had no time to think, like, none of that.
Wow. So tell us a little bit about that fight. Like, what happened in there? Because I know, like you said, like the crowd, the people and everything like that. So you got in there, you kind of didn't perform the way you expected, but just you being a fighter in that ring, like what was really going on with you, like, or in your head, or like just, stuff wasn't landing for you, or.
So like this fight, it was definitely a fight I could have pulled off.
Mm-hmm.
And not only was like I wasn't fighting in my own home,
Mm-hmm.
which was also a little bit different. Like I was in someone else's home.
Got you.
And
so the crowd was more on the other side.
Yeah, so not only was that going on, but also like what's it called, like obviously, like I said, I mentioned the pressure of the crowd.
Yeah, of course.
The pressure of like, oh, like I don't want to like let certain people down, and like just a whole bunch of things that were just like trying to like get into my mind that I did like get to me during that moment. And then like what's it called, not only that, but honestly, like during that fight, the referee was like not on my side at all, like because obviously like
do you feel like though, just explaining this, do you feel like people are gonna be like, oh, she's making excuses?
Well, honestly, I don't really mind if they say that, but they're not excuses. It's just the truth about like my mindset that day. Like honestly, like I'm not saying like, I mean, an L's a L. I'm not saying like, oh, like none of that. I'm just saying I did take that L, and I take it like fully. Like I've never, like, the girl did her thing, like respect to her. But I'm just telling them like what I felt during that moment.
Was that one of your toughest opponents? Or?
No, it wasn't even that. Like I'm telling you, it wasn't
just, like. Okay, so it was just really a mental thing.
Yeah, I fought a girl, like honestly, the toughest girl I've ever fought. Was probably my best performance. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't, like, it was more so of the pressure that like got to me.
So you want to run it back?
Huh?
You want to run it back?
I mean, if we run into each other, I would love to, but
yeah. Not running to each other on the streets though.
No, professionally.
But 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm glad you cleared the air on that, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people was wondering as well. Because obviously, there's a lot of people that's gonna say like, oh, she got off social media because of that fight. The hate, blah blah blah, whatever the case is. So I just really hope this cleared a lot in the air. And I'm glad you're actually here. You're not holding back. Like you're telling your truth, like you're telling your truth. The emotions is there, we can tell, and I can feel it. But like we said earlier, you're a human, and that comes with a lot. You feel me? A lot of people expect you to just be strong, be mentally tough the whole way, but like, what about those quiet days, those quiet nights when you're just thinking to yourself, like you're really just like, your heart is pumping and like your feelings, you're overwhelmed. Like, so what about the times when you don't have anybody to talk to, when social media, because social media can't do that, like, and all you have is your dad and yourself, so I just feel like people just need to relax a little bit, and be open-minded.
I really am the only child, but thing is, like, I really don't expect people to be open-minded, because there's a lot of people that really just think small, like, they're always just gonna think the way they want to think, but in reality, every human is not perfect. Like, we 100%. All have our days, we all have our times, seasons, like that's just like, it's our nature. That's like how we're meant to be.
100%, understandable. All right, cool. So Kallee, one thing I don't think we ever. What's your boxer name? Is it just Kallee Robles?
It's just Kallee Robles.
Oh, okay. I seen something on the net, like something about the Kallee the Destroyer or something like that.
I was just about to talk about that. That was honestly when I first was starting to like actually fight, like sparring and all that. Probably when I think I was like 8, 9. Oh. And I was 89 years old, and
because AI know everything. AI told me all about that.
No way.
I swear.
That's crazy. I was like,
okay, so Kallee the Destroyer. So tell us a little bit about that. You said when you were younger though, huh?
Yeah.
You never carried it with you?
I think it's corny.
Who gave you that name?
It was actually a coach that I used to train with back then. Sorry,
coach, that was corny.
But about that, like, I had a little sparring, like it was meant to be like a little title fight, like back then it was with Against the Boy.
Okay.
And they like had us walking out to music.
Damn, back then they were still having females fight with guys? I thought that was new.
No.
Why everybody acting like that was new?
No, I've been literally like I started off fighting guys.
Guys?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, be careful, y'all.
I would get whooped by them really bad though.
Oh, never mind.
There would be times where I would whip them though.
Okay.
Like certain ones, but
Nah.
anyways though, like about that, like I would walk out. We were just walking out to music, like kind of like how a title fight would go. And like as he was just announcing the names, like he would just like out of this corner, like he's a destroyer, and like I was like it just became
like,
my
what?
name. Everybody was just like the destroyer.
You're like, who's that?
Like, yeah. I was like everybody was just like, oh yeah, like the destroyer, like this and this and that. And then for a minute, it was my name on IG up until like I changed it, and I changed it like probably like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Once I started to get a little bit more into social media, I was like, I gotta get rid of this. So yeah, like I just go by Kallee Robles, to be honest. Like I don't really care about having a name.
Right, and that's good. It carries, you know. And a lot of people just use their actual name, you know. And I feel like that's the easiest way to find you, anyways, you know, and like find everything about you. So that's really cool. That's really dope. If you were to think of a name though, what would it be? If you wasn't just using your, you know, your.
It's so hard because like so many things are just like a lot. I feel like a lot of like girl names would be corny, you know. Like for even like certain names for men, I'm just kind of like okay, but I really don't know.
It would have to be something I think like that would match your energy, your style, your swag. Like it'll. What do you? Nah,
I really
you can't even think of anything.
I haven't been able to think of anything for a really long time.
Right. Cool,
really, nothing comes to mind.
Yeah.
Just go by Kallee Robles, and a lot of people like. I feel like one thing a lot of people get mixed up is like calling me Kallee. So many people call me Kallee because of the way my name's spelled, but it's Kallee.
Kallee. For those of y'all still messing up her name, it's Kallee, okay? Get it right. That's cool. So Kallee, so if you were to describe your boxing style, what would you describe it as?
My boxing style? I feel like I don't really have a name for my style, but I feel like what my dad has always tried to like teach me and kind of like, even though there are times where I can square up, like I always kind of try to stay like, you know, like there are certain styles where they're just more side. You know how there's a squared style, there's sideways style. Like certain people are more squared up, like more people.
And
like
some people are really loose and goofy.
Yeah. So I feel like mine. I try to stay more on the sideways side. I don't really like, even though like I said, there are times where I can square up and where you need to, but I like to stay more sideways. And sometimes I do like to be the aggressor, but sometimes I like to let them come in and, you know, like kind of like just adjust, kind of like I don't really have. Sometimes, I mean, honestly, it can be different. Like I think it's just like I just adjust to whatever like is put in front of me, because you really don't know a fighter. Like the way you box, like probably doesn't even work on them. You just never really know, you know. So
100%.
You just gotta adjust. And
do you rather be a counter boxer though?
Counter boxer? I honestly, I do. I prefer, like, I just like to, like I said, I like to let them come in sometimes, and then just, like, you know, like, they try to, like, hit, like, they open up, and I'll just catch it back. Like, I do like that. I like the feeling of it, because it's like, okay, like.
Yeah, for sure. That's pretty good. So, can we expect any, like, social media things from you, like boxing stuff? Like, are you going to start posting those? Or?
Eventually, I will, you know, fights and stuff, I might keep underground for a little bit until I get, you know, because it's just, I'm not just, like, used to, like, the public, like, this, like, I have to, you know, I want to warm up. I want to, before I start, like, showing out my fights or whatever, I want to warm up with all the amateur stuff and get a little bit of, like, get, like, a little bit more fights, and then start to post those things on social media. Because not only that, but I also like to keep videos like that off of social media, just because I don't like to let people figure me out. Got you. Like,
makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I mean, honestly,
still boxing.
I see myself still boxing. I see myself, like, you know, focusing. I haven't gone to YouTube, but I definitely see myself, like, being on that, like, 5 years from now as well, and just still keeping up with all the social media stuff.
Okay. So when it comes to like becoming a pro boxer, like is that in the works for you? Like, do you have a time on that?
A time like as
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
like
like
when I want to turn
yeah,
pro.
yeah, when you want to turn pro.
Um, Honestly, like for females, I feel like a lot of like I mean, there's a lot of like older girls right now like that literally are in their 30s or how old
Mm-hmm.
is I don't really know how old Clarissa Shields is, but she's pretty like
Probably in her 30s or mid 20s
yeah, like
or like
Katie
late
Taylor
20s.
or Serrano or whatever. All these amazing like fighters,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of these girls, like they didn't really need to like get into the pros like super young or like
Mm.
getting on top of that super young. Like there's like I mean for men, I do believe it's different, but
Okay.
for
Yeah.
females, it's like it's more so like there are a lot of females, but it's not likely for a female to like like obviously this sport is not like dominated by men,
Mm-hmm.
so I feel like the timing for that is just like I see myself like I don't want to turn pro too young or anything. Like I still want to give myself
Okay.
more years of experience or
Got you.
whatever,
Yeah.
and just like when the time comes, it comes, and then like I'll just turn pro. I mean, I do believe there's no right timing sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes you just have to go for it, like, and
Mm.
just let it take you where it needs to take you, because when you wait around and you're like, oh, like whenever the time's right, you're just going to keep like telling yourself that.
Yeah.
But you just need to like get on it, and that's where like I kind of like I'm still not so sure like when I'll
Mm-hmm.
turn pro, but I definitely know like just not right now, like
Got
not
you.
anytime soon.
Okay, okay. And then going back to like you being on social media and everything like that. After experiencing what you did, do you plan on just surrounding your social media with your boxing and everything like that, or do you still want to like do your thing, like as a girl, as a person, like as just being just being the girl that you want to be on social media? Because there's one thing behind you being a boxer, but you still are who you are. Like, do you plan on giving social media that part of you still?
Yeah, I do actually plan on doing that. If anything, I plan on doing it a little bit more. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done that much of a great job showing who I really am behind the
Mm-hmm.
scenes, or
Okay.
like letting people know what I really do. Like I feel like people just think my life's so like unrealistic, when in
Yeah.
reality it's like I'm just a normal like person like everybody else. I
Yeah.
don't just stick to social media or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like you say, I don't just go to sleep, go to school, and box. Like there's
Just
a
be
lot more
boxing.
behind it.
Right. Do you
So,
do you feel like the world expect a lot from you?
um, I mean, honestly, like there are some people that do hold me up to a very high standard.
Mm.
So I feel like I really do. I feel like I do believe that the world does hold me up to,
Yeah.
accomplishing a lot based
Mm.
off like from what like people tell me, and like all these people that really do believe in me. Big
Mm.
people, big names, like all these different things that yeah, they do hold
Yeah.
me up to
Just
standard.
just knowing that though, what can you tell them right now? Just being who you are, just being human and everything like that. When they hold you up to these high standards, what advice would you give to them when it comes to them having such a high standards, or whatever the case may be?
Honestly, I like it when I like it when people hold me up to a high standard. Feel like it gives me more of like a reason to do something, like, and
Hmm.
to just stay in it. Like my why really is like a whole bunch of these people,
Hmm.
and I feel like yeah, sometimes it can get a little hard, like even just like with my dad or whatever, because they
Yeah.
do hold me up to such high standard. So like take it easy on me a little bit, but I do like the pressure sometimes. But
Okay, that's
yeah,
good, and that's the heart of a word. That's why that matters. That you
yeah.
actually like the pressure sometimes. So that's good. So that's really good, man. So for you right now, what would you say has been the hardest part of your journey?
The hardest part of my journey,
Hmm.
um, I feel like well, boxing's hard overall. Like
Hmm.
just like getting down, like all the little like even just basic stuff that you really never stop learning. But honestly, like just I feel like the hardest part of my journey right now probably are like just like just it's just probably has been the noise. Like
Life in general is hard. You get me? So like boxing is already not an easy sport. You feel me? So when it comes to it being hard, like just overall, like I would definitely say like the mental part about it, the physical part about it, like everything and beyond. You feel me? Because it's already a hard journey. You feel me? Just being a woman in boxing, just being a boxer. Period. So what has been like the hardest part of this for you? Like, for example, is it maintaining your image on social media? Is it maintaining like you being a woman? Like you
I
get
got my
me?
answer. Actually, it's like being able to balance like a whole bunch of different stuff, like because like I said, like it's not just like social media is not like everything. Like everybody has a life outside of it. Even everybody has a life outside of boxing, so it's like balancing like the stuff I do on a daily basis, whether it's school, getting the stuff that I actually need to get done, and then there's boxing, like for example, like just keeping up with my training, like all those things, learning, fixing my mistakes, and then there's like maintaining my image on social media, like being able to balance that as well, like posting, like giving people what they want to see sometimes, like all these different types of things that will help me grow. So it's just, I feel like the balance, like because sometimes it's really hard to balance like a lot of stuff at once.
Gotcha.
So I feel like balancing everything at once has been a little bit tough on me.
Would you ever consider like being a social media influencer though? Like, cause you already do it like with the boxing, but like like there's other girls that really do it. They're out here doing different type of entertainment stuff, videos, and like cook videos, like stuff like that. Or do you think it's gonna like bother your image a little bit in any way?
No, I actually feel like I said, a lot of people want to see like that type of content because sometimes like the people that like people want to be in, like they want to feel like they're a part of like your like about like of you
your
and
life,
like engaging with them and making them like feel and know that you're like just as real as them, so I feel like if anything, it would help me out a lot, and I'll be able to like really show who I really am.
100%.
Even though like that social media, like I said, like not until like you really do like there are only like certain people that really know who I am, like outside of social media.
Would you ever consider doing the things that Ryan did, like doing pop-up events, or like for example, he started rapping? Like, would you like be on somebody's flyers at like a club one time? Not a club, but like like an event, like special guest, pop up by Kallee Robles, like stuff like that.
Honestly, I'd be willing to do a lot. Like I feel like I gotta like take it like little by little, one step at a time, and like I feel like I do see myself doing all that social media stuff, and I'm ready for all the she's just a social media boxer, but honestly, like
you know what?
If that's like honestly, like it's just what I really love to do, that social media stuff. So I'm not gonna stop doing what I love doing. Right,
and you shouldn't for nobody. That's good. Who's a big influencer right now that you like kind of look up to? Or is it like inspired by?
Inspired by, honestly, like Ryan really did shock me. I feel like
really?
He not only did like he had so much going on, so much pressure, so many people like doubting him going into like that Devin Haney fight or whatever, but he just had so much on him, yet he was still able to like silence the noise and get what he needed to do done, like and I feel like that kind of like for my situation, it relates to it.
Got you. Oh shit, got you. And then even just knowing the Ryan Garcia situation, like how do you feel about like the things that he got hit with though in that fight? Because they said he was like off steroids.
I mean, I honestly,
the way he did Haney was like, damn, was he?
I honestly, like he said, you can't really run away from, like, I mean, you can't, like, steroid, like, if you run into a hook multiple times, those aren't the steroids, that's even, like, you gotta be able to block those things,
But those steroids do a little enhancement to your punch.
I mean, I don't really, like, I haven't really looked too much into that
I'll try it, I'll let you know. No,
I don't. Honestly, I just feel like if they were to do it again, I feel like maybe Devin will try to prepare himself a little bit more, but I still believe that it would be the same outcome.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, because I did tell Haney, I'm like, damn man, I think you got this one. But you know what? I'm at fault because I was going off based off the way Ryan was acting on social media. If I'm gonna be honest,
I did too. That's where I say like.
But that's a big turnout, and a shocker, because I was like, damn, after he did what he did, and then he spoke on it. He was like, yeah, I have no idea. I had this plan for like months ahead of the fight. Like, I told my whole camp I'm gonna fool the world into thinking I'm crazy, and like I'm gonna go in there and whoop his ass. And I'm like, damn, he pulled off the ultimate the ultimate stunt, So that's pretty crazy. I know that they have a fight coming up as well. But that's Ryan versus Rolly. How do you think that's gonna go?
Honestly, both fighters are very strong. They're both entertainers for sure.
Yeah.
I honestly don't really know. Like, I feel like Ryan has the speed, he has the power. Rolly also has the power, So honestly, I do believe someone's gonna end up getting someone's gonna have to get out of there for sure. But
you think he's gonna do Rolly the way he did Haney?
I mean, honestly,
Rolly's strong though. Rolly got some power.
That's what I'm saying. I really don't know. We just gotta see that day.
That's gonna be a crazy fight, though.
Who knows what's going? I really don't know what's gonna happen. They're both really strong fighters. So
yeah, that's gonna be a crazy fight.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. Can't wait.
No, for sure. So just being a boxer and just being who you are, overall, what do you want people to think of you when they see you on social media, in person? What energy do you plan on giving people? How do you just want them to what type of person do you want them to see you as overall?
Well, honestly, I'm here to inspire a lot of girls, and not only that, but just just the young people coming up as well. I'm here to just I guess I just want people to see me as I have worked hard to get to where I'm at now, and the stuff that I have, tried to do or whatever. Ever since I was young, I always had this image in my head, I want this influencer life, I want social media in my life, all these different types of things, and honestly, where I used to want to be before, I am at. I'm at now. Yeah. Okay. And it's I want to show these girls as well that it's even as a female, it really is possible.
Yeah.
It can be very tough, especially being in a male-dominated sport, but they can do it too. So I want to just inspire these girls, because I get a lot of DMs sometimes, I'm scared or whatever, but everybody's scared. You really just got to do it.
Right.
So.
And then just getting all those DMs and those messages, how do you get to it? How do you reply to everybody? How do you make time for your fans?
Making time is honestly very easy. What's it called? It's what I love to do as well. So it's engaging with people really it. I love it. So I don't know, and I really it kind of makes me feel good about myself, because I'm damn, these girls they're coming to me for advice because they see something,
Yeah.
And
are those girls your age, or older girls, younger girls?
It can be older girls, younger girls, very very young girls, or
How do you reply to an older woman that's older than you and just asking you for advice?
That one, I feel I honestly just I'm just myself, so the same response that I give to young girls, I give it to older people, but obviously it's a little different with their age and stuff. It's not that easy to just when you're older, it's getting things done is a lot harder, because you're already there are some people that can pull it off, and that even though they're old or whatever, they still make it, or just older.
Damn.
No, they can still make it in whatever they choose. They always say it's never too late, but I feel there's a certain amount that only gets to accomplish that, because there's a lot of average people. There's a lot of people that think very small and that think that, like, oh, I'm old, like I can't, like, are older, like I can't, I'm done, like I can't really do what I want to do.
Right.
But in
For you to
reality,
give
it's
those
like,
type of people advice is like really crazy, and like gotta like touch them in some type of way. That's pretty dope though. That's really dope. When it comes to guys hitting you up, how does that work?
I don't respond to those.
Yeah. Okay, like, because I see your comments sometimes, like your comments.
Yeah, I really.
I'm like, what the hell is wrong with some of these people? I'm like, dude, like, are you serious? Like, how does that work though? You just ignore it?
I've always, like, honestly, I really don't even pay. Sometimes I laugh. Like there will be some very, very funny ones, and then like sometimes I'm just kind of like, what the heck? Like, people are weird, but I really don't pay attention to that at all. Like, I can't really control what people say in the comments, so like I just let them be. Like, sometimes men are going to be men, so it's okay.
Damn. Thank God some of us are different, right?
Yeah.
100%. When everything is all said and done, right, and like you reach this peak that you've been wanting to reach, what do you want the world to say about you?
When I want to prove everybody wrong and just show them that I'm really not just this social media girl. I want them to like see the actual boxing out of me and be like, like, damn, like she really did pull it off. Like, even though like she was doing all this other stuff aside, because so many people can't multitask. So many people can't take care of, like a lot of things at once. Like, for example, like, pressure, people, all of that, like, all that stuff. So like me being able to take care of all of that, like, of all, like, just like Ryan, he does all his YouTube or whatever, but he still gets the stuff he needs to do, like, done. And he does show people that, like, for example, this last fight, he showed him that he really like, he's a real boxer.
He's really what he talk about.
Not only that, but he beat a real boxer.
100%.
So that just shows a lot, and that's what I want to show to these people as well.
Okay. So. Yeah, sounds good. And then I know that you're in the mix of like everything that you're going through. How do you plan on doing that a little different? Because obviously people was giving you the hate and the negativity for being a social media boxer and stuff like that. How do you plan on changing that?
I don't like.
Or do you plan on changing it at all, or?
Like, how do I, like, get rid of that?
Yeah, like how do you, like, plan on not letting people see you as that anymore? Like, just a social media boxer. I mean, besides what you just said, like, proving them wrong and, like, really putting in the work.
Well, honestly, just showing out. Like, honestly, all I really can do is let time, like, tell. And, whether it's, like, a performance or whatever, like, performing in front of these people, like, just gotta show out, and that's really, I feel like that's really the only way. Like, but sometimes people won't shut up no matter what you do. So
because I was gonna say that. What makes them think that you're just a social media boxer?
Most of them, I feel like most of them, because they don't really like, they think like, oh, she's not fighting, all this and that. But in reality, like, I'm like, there's a lot more going on than you guys think. Like, I'm like the science behind boxing and everything, not getting punch drunk and all these different kinds of things. Like, I'm being smart with what I'm doing, like, and it's gonna show at one point. Like, people think like, oh, like, nah, like, but it really will show.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Cool. I mean, like, if you weren't boxing right now, Kallee, what would be your main priority right now if you weren't boxing?
If I wasn't boxing, it's kind of hard because I really have been doing this
for a long time,
for like technically since I can remember. But I really do, like, I do go to, actually, like, I go to cosmetology school as well. Oh, okay. So I do like, that's another thing, like, a lot of people don't know. So yeah, I'm taking care of that stuff as well. So, like, I'm telling you, there's a lot going on that like at once, and so I'm doing that. Like, I feel like, I'd obviously be taking care of that and just like figuring out, like, I really don't know because I've never been in any other situation but boxing. But I've never liked being average or thinking small or anything. So I definitely would, like, probably be figuring out, like trying to figure out, like, my life right now and just trying to get everything in check because, like I said, I want to do big things.
Right.
So
You know, there's a lot of girls right now your age, and like they have boyfriends, they're married, whatever the case is, they're having plan on having kids or having kids. Like, how does that make you feel knowing like right now you're like boxing, and like do you think of that type of future for yourself?
I do, but definitely not right now. Like probably
Mm.
like a couple years from now, absolutely. Like I would want to like build a family or whatever. But I feel like right now like my main priority is getting the stuff that I need to get done, and
Mm-hmm.
then like comes the other stuff. Because I feel like you really can't be the person you want to be or like build a family if you don't got your stuff like
Mm-hmm.
straight, if you don't have it
100%.
straight, or if you don't really even know what you're doing, like it's like how are you gonna, and I feel like um I would want to like, if I ever do have kids or anything, I would want to like be that influence for them and like kind of like just be able to teach them instead of like being clueless.
Yeah,
So
100%.
yeah.
100%. When it comes to the distractions or that surrounds your world, like how do you overcome those? Because you know we're in a big world, and I'm pretty sure every time you step out the door, it's probably some, or like something
Distractions,
that.
I mean, not gonna lie, like I can get a little distracted. Like there are times where either someone has to put me in check, like, hey, like honestly, like you're not doing as good as you were before. Like I don't know what's going on or whatever. Like or even there are times where I feel it myself, where I'm like, oh, like I'm not really, I'm not really on track right now. So it's kind of just like I said, like most of the time it's either my dad or something like putting me in check, like having a talk with me, and it makes me like kind of like come to my a realization and be like, okay, like I gotta like whatever it is, like the
Yeah.
distraction, or I gotta step away. Like
Got you.
So
What kind of distraction is that though? When it comes down to it.
sometimes it could just be like maybe like I'm not it could be friends, it can be like being on just not even like getting my stuff done, like just like being focused on scrolling on TikTok or social
Got you.
media, or just little things like that can like really distract me. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not really a like outgoing person. I don't really like go to parties or anything, so like I can't really say like that's a distraction for
Yeah.
me. But just little stuff that a lot of like people would get distracted by, like social media.
Social media.
You know.
That's the biggest one.
Yeah.
100%. Man, what a great episode with you. Good to know where you're at, where you've been, and where you're heading. So just thank you for coming along. I just want to ask you this last question. Obviously this would be a really good way to end it off as well. When was the last time that you truly felt at peace, and where were you at in that moment?
Truly feel at peace. Probably like honestly before I started, like when there are certain people that I've had in my circle that I like, like that have came into my life that I just started to like, like things were just more chaotic, and like like a lot of back and forth, or just like so much gossiping and whatnot. So it just like that's just like it's just a lot of chaos for the brain, like naturally.
Yeah.
So I feel like when I started to feel more peace was like when every time like I'm away like from any like chaotic people, or like I cut anybody off that I feel like isn't like serving anything good in my life, like that's when there's peace. Because like I said, energy is everything. Like like good energies and good energy and like just everything like that, it and like not letting anybody just consume your energy like matters a lot. So whenever like for example right now, like just like staying to myself, like and everything like it's been very good for me. So
Okay.
it's just very peaceful and
Yeah.
quiet.
All right. So
yeah.
yeah. So just sticking to yourself and just those moments that you get alone.
Yeah.
Got you. Wow. What an amazing episode, man. I'm just so glad that you came here, to tell the world where you've been.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Kallee. I definitely appreciate it. Appreciate your time, of course. And if there's anything else that you want to leave to the world right now, it's your chance to do it.
Everything has been covered. Thank you. Thank you for having me. And it did feel really good, like, talking about this stuff. Because, like I said, like, everything has been really kept. Like, it's been tucked for a good minute. But, just, like, letting people know, like, where I'm at. And I'm still here. And I'll be back, like, even stronger. Like, so,
100%. Thank you so much. There you guys have it. Make it to the end, man, because the end be the best part. All right. So we'll see y'all next time on Made Revenue on Air podcast. Kallee Robles. We are out of here. Yeah.